Good morning, students. In continuation, we'll see the last topic in this first chapter, basic concepts in chemistry, stoichiometric calculation. What is the meaning of stoichiometric equation? What is the meaning of stoichiometric equation? Okay, balanced chemical equation. Okay, balanced chemical equation is also called stoichiometric equation. Balanced chemical equation we called as stoichiometric chemical equation. Okay, what is the meaning of chemical equation? Okay, here reactants reacts with any other element in the presence of catalyst forms products. Forms here products. So simple. Okay. During the conversion of reactants to products in the presence of catalyst, we use one side headed arrow mark, one headed arrow mark. Yes, na? One headed arrow mark. Here A reacts with B in the presence of C forms D. A, B are reactants, D is the product, C is the catalyst. C is the catalyst. Okay, this is the chemical equation. What is the meaning of balanced chemical equation? Okay, we'll see here. Suppose for example, H2 reacts with Cl2, forms HCl. Is it balanced reaction? No. Why not balanced equation? Okay, what is the meaning of balanced equation? Number of atoms at reactant side, number of atoms of reactants, and number of atoms of products. Both should be equal. This we call as balanced equation or stoichiometric equation. Okay, here two hydrogens are there. Here two chlorines are there. Here one hydrogen and one chlorine. Okay, this is unbalanced chemical equation. Here one hydrogen, one chlorine is there. Unbalanced chemical equation. Unbalanced chemical equation. Okay, how to balance? Here two hydrogens are there. Just you put two. Here two chlorines are there. Two chlorines. This is the balanced equation. Okay, before this is the unbalanced. I will write here again balanced reaction. Cl2 2HCl. This is the balanced equation. Balanced equation or stoichiometric equation. Stoichiometric equation. And here, during the balancing of chemical equation, we are using some numbers. This. Here we use 2. That means 1 mole of hydrogen reacts with 1 mole of chlorine, forms 2 moles of HCl. Here 1, here 2. These numbers we call as stoichiometric coefficient. These numbers we call as stoichiometric coefficients. Stoichiometric coefficient. What is the use of stoichiometric coefficient? Stoichiometric coefficient used for the balancing of chemical equation. Okay, balancing of chemical equation. That only we call stoichiometric coefficients. Okay, the stoichiometry first explained by Lavoisier. That's why he considered as the father of chemistry. Father of chemistry. Okay, in continuation, we will see some stoichiometric equation. Okay, some how to balance the chemical equation. Okay, here I am taking one CH4 methane reacts with oxygen, forms carbon dioxide and water. This is the unbalanced equation. This we call as combustion of methane. Combustion of methane. Okay, what is the meaning of combustion? The burning, the heating of hydrocarbon in the presence of oxygen we called combustion. The heating or the burning of hydrocarbon in the presence of oxygen we called as combustion. Is it balanced? This is unbalanced chemical equation. Unbalanced chemical equation. Okay, here how to balance the chemical equation? Here how many carbons are there? Only one carbon is there. Here one carbon. Carbon balance. Next here carbon hydrogens. Okay, here 4 there. Here 2 is there. Just you put 2. 4 hydrogens finish. First here carbons are finished. Then how many oxygens are there? Left side 2. Here 2 plus 2 4. Just you put 2. Okay. This is the then balanced equation. Then we called balanced equation. Okay. I am writing balanced equation here. CH4 plus 2O2 CO2 plus 2H2O. This is the balanced equation or stoichiometric equation. Okay, during this when we see the calculations of stoichiometric reactions, okay, see here, one molecule or 1 mole of methane reacts with 2 moles of oxygen, forms 1 mole of carbon dioxide and 2 moles of water. 2 moles of water. Remember that one. This is mole calculation. We call mole calculation. That. Okay, here what is the mass of methane? Mass of methane is 16. 16 grams of methane. 16 grams of methane. Then see, 16 grams of methane reacts with mass of oxygen 32. 32 into 2. Sorry, 1 oxygen 16, 16, 16, 32. 32 into 2, 64. 64 grams of oxygen. 16 grams of methane reacts with 64 grams of oxygen, forms carbon 12, oxygen 32. 12 plus 32, 44 grams of carbon dioxide. And okay, here water molecular weight is 18. 2 grams, 2 moles of water means 18 into 2, 36 grams. 36 grams of water was formed. See here, 16 plus 64, how much? 16 plus 64, 70 plus 80. Here also 80. The mass of reactants and products will be same. This called as law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. This we called as law of conservation of mass. This we call as mass calculation. This we call as mass calculation. Mole calculation and mass calculation. And here, and 1 mole of, according to Avogadro's principle, 1 mole of gas occupies the 22.4 liters. In some books it may be given 22.7 liters. Okay, according to latest book, 22.7 liters. 1 mole molecule occupies 22.7 liters. Suppose here 1 mole methane, it occupies 22.7 liters of methane, reacts with 2 moles means 22.7, 45.4 liters of oxygen. Here again 1 mole 22.7 liters of carbon dioxide was formed, and here 2 moles and here same how much? 45.4. 45.4. Okay, water milliliters, liters water will be formed. Okay, here both will be same. This indicates, okay, what we Gay-Lussac's law. Okay, not like Gay-Lussac's law. Gay-Lussac's law explains about only gas, but here we got the water also, water vapor. This shows Gay-Lussac's law. Okay, this we called volume calculation. And here we have the three types of calculations. What are those? One is mass calculation. Second one is mole calculation. Third one is volume calculation. We'll see how to calculate those. Just we'll see some equations, some relations, some problems on this. Okay, based on this, just I will write the one problem. How many grams of carbon dioxide formed by the combustion of half mole methane. Okay, this is the problem. What is the reaction? This is the reaction. This is the balanced chemical equation. What is the balanced chemical equation here? 1 mole of methane reacts with 2 moles of oxygen, forms 44 grams of carbon dioxide. 44 grams of carbon dioxide. Here reaction, need not to write reaction now. Other I write CH4 plus oxygen forms carbon dioxide plus 2H2O. This is the balanced chemical equation. 1 mole of methane forms 44. Here see mole side gram. Mole side gram ratio. Mole and gram calculation. See 44 grams of carbon dioxide formed. Here half mole methane gives how much? Half mole gives how much? How much gives? Tell. How to get that one? 41 into 44. Here grams of carbon dioxide is equal to 1 into 44 by 2. Yes, now 1 by 2 by 2. Here 22. We'll get to 22 grams of carbon dioxide. 22 grams of carbon dioxide. In continuation, we'll see the one more problem with other relation. Here how many grams of methane produced 1 mole of water during combustion of methane. Do all problems like this only. Here see methane at 1 mole water. Here how many grams? 16 grams of methane. See 16 grams of methane produces how many moles of water? 2 moles of water. Okay, for the production of 1 mole water, how much methane required? Okay, how many grams of methane produced? Okay, grams of methane is equal okay, what? Okay, here 1 into 16 by 8 grams. 8 grams of methane produces okay 1 mole of water. 1 mole of water. Okay, next 16 grams of methane 16 grams of methane produces 1 liter carbon dioxide. That means 22.7. Third problem. 16 grams of methane produces 16 grams of methane produces here 22.7 liters of carbon dioxide. 22.7 liters of carbon dioxide. Okay, 48 grams of carbon dioxide. 48 grams of carbon dioxide produces 45 grams of methane produces how much carbon dioxide? How much carbon dioxide? Here see, 16 grams of methane produces 22.7 liters of carbon dioxide. Okay, 48 grams of methane produces how much? Here 48 into 22.7 by 16. Yes, na? How much here? 16 ones are 16 threes are 22.7. 22.7 means okay, here 7 means 1 and here 2. 22.73. Here 3 sevens are 21. Here 2. 3 twos are 6, 8 and 3 twos are 68. Okay, 68.1 liters. Okay, that means 46. If you lose 46 grams of methane, okay, that produces nearly 68.1 liters of carbon dioxide. This is the gram liter, gram mole, okay, mole gram, mole value, like that we mentioned. These are simply stoichiometric calculations. These are simply called as stoichiometric calculation. You take any reaction, we do same. In continuation, we'll take one more, same this type of problem. Decomposition of calcium carbonate. Decomposition of calcium carbonate. I am taking decomposition of calcium carbonate, CaCO3. We called calcium carbonate. This is also called limestone. Okay, CaCO3 decomposition means heat. What happens? Here we get calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. 1 mole of calcium carbonate, okay, heat will get 1 mole of calcium oxide and 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Forms 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Here, what is the weight of this one calcium carbonate? Okay, weight of calcium carbonate is 100 grams. Calcium 40, carbon 12, oxygen 48. 48 plus 12, 60 plus 40, 100. Okay, so 100 grams of molecule forms calcium oxide. 40 plus 16, 56 grams of calcium oxide, 44 grams of carbon dioxide. It follows law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. Here my question is, okay, here my question is 1 mole of calcium carbonate produces okay, half mole of calcium carbonate produces how much amount of calcium oxide? Calcium oxide. What is the reaction? 1 mole produce 56 grams of calcium oxide. Half mole produces 1 mole from above this reaction. 1 mole produces 56 grams. Okay, here half mole produces how much? 56 by 2 means 28. 28 grams of calcium carbonate produces half mole calcium carbonate produces 28 grams of calcium oxide. 8 grams of calcium oxide. Okay, here all are 1 mole. Okay, 100 grams, instead of 100 grams, you take 25 grams of calcium carbonate from the above reaction. 25 grams of calcium carbonate occupies how much volume of carbon dioxide. This is also one type of calculation. Okay, here 100 grams occupies 22.7 liters. 25 grams means how much? 25 grams means how much? Okay, 25 into 22.7 by 100. Here 25 ones are, 25 fours are. Here how much? 4 fives are. And here 27 means 4 6 are 24, 4 sevens are 28. Okay, nearly 5.68 liters. 25 grams of calcium carbonate occupies the 5.6 liters of carbon dioxide. This is the gram volume ratio. This is gram mole ratio. Gram mole ratio means, okay, here 50 grams of calcium carbonate produces how much moles of calcium oxide? How much moles of calcium oxide? 100 grams produces 1 mole calcium oxide. 50 grams produces how much? How much? 100 by 50. Okay, 1 into 100. 1 into 100 by 50. 100 by 50 means 2. How many moles? Sorry. Okay, 100 grams produces 1 mole now. Okay, here 50 grams produces 50 into 1 by 100. That means 2 is half mole. Half mole calcium oxide was formed. Okay, these are the different stoichiometric calculations. So many chemical reactions are there. In examination point of view, they may give so many chemical reactions. First, you write the balanced equation. They are giving only data. Half mole calcium carbonate produces how much amount of calcium oxide. First, during the combustion reaction. First, you write definitely balanced chemical equation. First write unbalanced, then balanced, then ratio. We'll see 1 mole, 2 mole, 1 mole, 1 mole, grams and liters. You will see. After that only, okay, we'll move into other. Then in continuation, we'll see the one more important topic, limiting reagent. Limiting reagent. One of the same small topic, but then ask one question. Limiting reagent. Okay, limiting reagent means, okay, here this is the reaction. First I will write the reaction and forms AB. A reacts with B and forms AB. This is the chemical reaction. During the chemical reaction, one of the reagent completely involved. One of the reagent completely involved and other not. Other not. The reagent which completely involved in the reaction. The reagent which completely involved in the reaction and form the product is called limiting reagent. Limiting reagent. Okay, suppose for example B completely involved in the reaction. B completely involved in the reaction. Okay, A not completely involved in the reaction. Okay, this B is called limiting reagent. B is called limiting reagent. Okay, see one example. 2 grams of A reacts with 1 gram of B, forms AB. Okay, here A 1 gram, B here 2 grams, here B 1 gram. 1 gram of B reacts with 1 gram of A, forms AB. Which is completely involved? From B 1 gram, from A out of 2 grams 1 gram came here. That means B is completely involved in the reaction. So B is called limiting reagent. Here A not, how much A involved? Only 1 gram of A involved. Remaining excess amount of A, excess amount of 1 gram is there. That's why this we called, B we called limiting reagent. Limiting reagent. A only 1 gram involved, remaining 1 gram is there. That one remaining excess is there. That's why this we called excess reagent. Excess reagent. Okay, in continuation, we'll see. Zinc reacts with sulfur and forms zinc sulfide. Okay, here which is limiting reagent, we'll see. 63.5 grams of 63.5 grams of zinc reacts with 32 grams of sulfur, forms zinc sulfide. Which is involved completely? Here sulfur completely involved. That means 32 grams of sulfur reacts with 32 grams of zinc and form zinc sulfide. Here which has excess? Zinc has excess. So zinc we called excess reagent. Zinc we called excess reagent. And here sulfur we called, it is completely involved in the reaction. So we called limiting reagent. The reagent which completely involved in the chemical reaction called as limiting reagent. Limiting reagent. Okay, limiting reagent. Here also same. Zinc reacts with 2 moles of HCl, forms and releases hydrogen gas and forms zinc chloride. 63.5 grams. 63.5 grams of zinc reacts with 36.5 grams of HCl. 36 over. Remaining is there. Here 63 na. So zinc is excess reagent. Hydrochloric acid completely involved in the reaction. So we called limiting reagent. limiting reagent. Okay, this is about the limiting reagent and stoichiometric calculations. Stoichiometric calculation. In continuation, okay, small definitions are there. What is the meaning of accuracy and what is the meaning of precision? Precision. During the chemistry calculations, during the practicals in chemistry, we'll have two values. One is measured value and second one is true value. What is the true value? Okay, suppose for example, if you do any experiment, you should get the 20 ml. This is the true value, theoretical value. Okay, if you get 19.8, 19.9, 19.7 values, these values are called measured values at 20. Measured values. Okay, here the measured value is near to equal to true value. Near to equal to true value. Then we considered as precision. These are called precise values. Precise values. What is the meaning of accuracy? 100%. Okay, the measured value should be equal to the true value. The measured value should be equal to the true value or exact value, theoretical value, called as accuracy. Called as accuracy. Here I gave that one data 19.7, 19.8, 19.9. All these are values are near to 20. Near to 20. So this data has precision but not accuracy. This data has precise values. Okay, not accuracy. If you get 20, having accuracy but not precise. Okay, accuracy value, definitely the measured value should be equal to the theoretical value. We call as accuracy. Measured value may be equal to equal means nearly equal to the theoretical value or true value, called as precision. This is about the accuracy and precision and limiting reagent, stoichiometric calculation, and this is about the first chapter, basic concepts in chemistry. All these are the fundamentals, all these are the very useful for the NEET examination, CET examination and JEE examination, also PU examination. Okay, next in continuation we'll see the structure of an atom. We'll start the topic next video. Thank you.